Hello, welcome back to Zekism. So, James Bond 007 is in the hands of Amazon Prime. Nothing particularly wrong with that. I mean, I'm not totally happy with them owning the Bond franchise because, well, let's get into it. Amazon apparently have removed the guns or firearms from any poster regarding 007 for the re-release. I can get into the re-release being a problem as well. Of all the Bond films available on Amazon Prime from today, certainly internationally. Here we come. I've gone to The Sun because they never want to be unbiased, but seemingly all the outlets are of the same opinion. It's a little bit silly to have done it, whether you're really angry about it or whether you just think you roll your eyes at it. Man with the Golden Gone. Very good headline from them. Well, that's all they do all day. Woke Amazon bosses remove all the guns from James Bond artwork used to promote films on Amazon Video. Amazon gained the rights to distribute the Bond films after buying MGM Studios for £6 billion in 2022, and they've done nothing with it. Amazon bosses have removed the guns from the artwork. The streamer has recreated posters for all 25 007 movies available on its site. Here's an example of some of them. I mean, they differ in quality and sort of annoyance, I guess. We've got Sean Connery from Goldfinger, GoldenEye. I mean, look, you can clearly... I mean, that one... There's clearly a gun that should be there. And we know that because, I mean, that's what it used to look like, Goldfinger, and that was GoldenEye's. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand why they've done it. I mean, they've got... The Sun being the Sun, you can't stop them being that. Sean Connery and Goldfinger and Pierce Brosnan and GoldenEye are seen minus their firearms. The lack of any weaponry is glaringly obvious. Bond almost looks naked without his trusty shooter. I'll disagree with them slightly. I don't particularly care that they're not holding guns in there. It's more the editing out of existing posters. But I guess because they're so old, what else do you do? But it's just. I'm in the eye roll category. I just think, well, what's the point? Why have you done that? Who are you? It's a film franchise about a spy who has a license to kill and uses weapons. We know that. I don't know why having... I mean, there's plenty of other examples of posters with guns in it as well. I think it's a ridiculous thing to have done and spent money on, no doubt, and time and effort. And I just think it's silly. It actually devalues the Bond franchise if you're asking me honestly. And again, it's further evidence that this is what happens when Amazon Prime or a corporation owns something. They can do whatever they want with it. And I'm very frustrated as a ridiculously good Bond fan. I really love the franchise. I will be rewatching them now they're back on Prime because I'm not subscribing to MGM for £10 a month. This book was written at a time when terms or attitudes which might be considered offensive by modern readers were commonplace. That's what 007 reissued. So that's right. They reissued and they were sort of a disclaimer was put on the books because you need to do that nowadays. In the new version of Live and Let Die, a reference to pigs at the trough in a striptease club was altered as well. So we can see the censorship of an existing franchise, which is not the first time it's happened and shan't be the last. Screen Rant have done a funny thing where they've been ranking Amazon's photoshopped James Bond posters with all the guns removed. We've got Sean Connery and Dr. No. It's just silly. It really is. I mean, what's there? Roger Moore and Octopussy. Again, the gun's clearly missing there. I mean, it looks like he's midway through a robot. The dance. It's just silly. It's so silly. GoldenEye, of course, we've seen this one. He could be checking his cuffs, but it just looks odd without the gun in it. Moonraker. Not really sure. I mean, that's fine, but it's clearly a mocked up poster to sort of advertise the film on Prime more so than anything else. Pierce Brosnan to Tomorrow Never Dies. That looks so photoshopped. I don't even know where to start with it. It's not even Pierce Brosnan. It looks bizarre. The mouth looks different. So I think they've been creative with these edits. Here's Spectre. So that was what what year did Spectre come out? 2016, I want to say. And the gun's been removed from his holster. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a digital photo anyway, so they were able to get away with a bit more with the photoshopping, but it's still needless. It's so needless. This looks so fake. they have clearly, this is awful. They've clearly plonked Ron Moore's head on a on a. That is not real. That's the head. His head looks almost as big as his shoulders. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible Photoshop. So not only have they done it, which is frustrating, they've done it badly, and they've done, oh, for God's sake. I mean, it's so silly. It's so silly. Living Daylights. I mean, they're just. I mean, you'd never know he was a secret agent. He looks like an estate agent. Timothy Dalton looks like an estate agent in that one. Or going to a funeral, maybe. Ridiculous. Well, he probably was in that film, to be fair. But, in Thunderbolt, yeah, I mean, that just looks like a still from the film, which they've digitally cut him out of. Rubbish. And it goes to the wider point about what are Amazon doing with the Bond franchise. I think certain outlets are reporting that Jacob Elordi, who's about to be Frankenstein's monster in Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, is the favourite for the role. I can't say I know too much about him. I've got no problems with an unknown having the role necessarily. I don't remember Daniel Craig on many people's bingo list when he got the job, and he turned out to be a pretty good Bond. I think it needs to. If you want my stipulations of the new James Bond, and this is all based on the fact that I am so glad Denis Villeneuve is behind the camera. He's the one leading this project rather than Amazon Prime solely. The stipulations for me would be over 30. So I think 30 is the sweet spot for me. It can't be younger than that. That's just stupid. And we'll get into the James Bond game that they're releasing in a few months as well, with me being very skeptical about that as well. He's too young in that game. He's too young. Needs to be over 30. Needs to be British, in my opinion, as well. Sorry to generalise, but it needs to be British. I don't understand the necessity to change up so much of a character that's well established. And I'm nothing against any race or creed or gender or anything like that. It just is. I think it's silly when you give the role to some people with it's James Bond. James Bond. It's James Bond. So silly. Oh my god, these photoshops are hilarious. I don't know why they've done it. I'm really skeptical about Amazon owning the franchise. It's quite frustrating actually to know that they own the franchise. I hope clearer heads prevail, or someone better to manage the franchise comes in, but because for now, I mean, that's stupid. Anyone watch that Road to a Million? No, me neither. That was a terrible show which cashed in off the James Bond. I mean, what was Brian Cox doing? I mean, accepting a paycheck. That's the answer to the question, but absolutely ridiculous. I hate being one of those chuds online that go, this is ridiculous, but come on, this is silly. Absolutely silly, and you know, it's just silly. Just silly. Sorry, that's my summary. It's silly. I don't know why they've done it. They just end up looking stupid because now everyone's talking about it in a negative way. And I'm sick of people talking about James Bond in a negative way. And this just feeds those sort of dissenting voices. There is a place in 2025 for James Bond to exist. It does. You know, yes, he's flawed. Yes, he's misogynist. Yes, he's sexist. But throughout, or you know, I'm not saying you should rail for those or support those qualities, but those qualities are throughout that. He is the man who does the right thing, who saves the world. Sacrifices himself to a certain extent. You know, that's the character. He's flawed and all. Whatever. Anyway, 2025 world, 2025. What do you think in the comments section below? Let me know what you think. I'm on to hide into nothing, or do I have a point? Let me know what you think. Please leave a like, subscribe on the channel as well, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.